Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to get this real nice grungy smoky eye with a little bit of glitter, so please keep watching. Okay, before we start, I just want to let you guys know that I have done my brows and my base off camera. So today I used the Micro Brow Pencil by NYX, and this was in the shade Ash Brown, also followed by a little bit of Control Freak Brow Gel, again by NYX. And then for the base, as always, P. Louise O2 Rumour Base. Okay, let's get started. The first eyeshadow that I'm using today is by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Realgar, and I'm picking this up on a Sigma E25 brush. Start by pushing this shade into my crease and create a semicircle shape. I want to try and keep this eye nice and rounded. Oh, I was so annoyed yesterday. I filmed myself doing a proper nice black smoky eye where it was like so easy, and I felt like I'd cut down the time so much from like previous techniques that I'd done in the past. Go to edit it, proper happy with it for once. I hadn't had my mic on, like it must have, no actually that's what I'd done. I put the battery in the wrong way round, must have done the negative and the positive round the wrong way or something, I don't know, but I was fuming. So anyway, I've got to go back in, and I think I'm just going to do a voiceover. So it might sound a little bit more instructional rather than like chatty, but I don't want to redo it. I've dipped back into the eyeshadow quite a few times to get it nice and opaque. Just switching to the same brush but a clean one. I've got more than one of these. And I'm going to just blend out these edges in preparation for the next colour. The lighter you tend to be with your brush, the nicer the blend that I've found. I'm just picking up the shade Red Brick from MAC, and I'm using a Sigma E36 brush to blend it out. Just overlapping that first shade and then going a little bit higher to get that real nice blend. If you're new to eyeshadow, I would recommend having a play about with browns and oranges and even yellows, because they're so close in the colour wheel, they all blend together so nice. And then when you get a little bit more confident, then you can start playing about with complementary colours. Just like before, we're switching back to that clean E25 brush and blending out those edges. I feel like we've lost a little bit more of that intensity from the first colour that we used, so I'm going to go back in with that same brush that we used to begin with the colour Realgar, and just build that up a bit more. That's what tends to happen once you blend the colour away with another colour, you kind of lose what's underneath. So it's a lot of back and forth. You've just got to be patient with it and it all comes together. And then blend it out again with a Red Brick on that little tiny E36 brush. And then just like before, blend those edges. I'm going to keep that brush in my hand, but now load it up with Early Bird from Makeupgeek and use this as my transition shade. Again, you want to overlap those two colours slightly. You notice that I'm not really worried about blending it out. I just want to build up that intensity to begin with. Now we can change to a blending brush. This is the E40 from Sigma, and just dust away those edges. To help those colours blend even more, I'm going to use Peach Smoothie from Makeupgeek. Okay, because I want this eye real dark and smoky, I'm going to pack on Cabin Fever by Makeupgeek using a MAC 242 brush all over my lid. Do nice little pushing motions rather than swiping, because then that won't build up the colour, it will just take it away. Okay, so you can see my natural crease there. I've gone just a tiny little bit higher to give the illusion that my eye's bigger. Once you're happy with the colour intensity, I'm going to use this tiny little brush and take the shade Realgar, which was that first shade, and blend it out into the orange. These colours look so nice on blue or green eyes, especially blue eyes. I feel like they just make them look so blue. Not mine, because mine are like shitty grey. I'm not totally sure if this next bit will work, but I've got a theory. So I want to do a real smoky black liner. So normally I would use either Maybelline gel liner or Zoeva Black Box Graphic Eyes, because it's so creamy that you lay the colour down and then you blend it out. But I want to try and use that P. Louise base, because you wouldn't have seen it yet because I'm going to upload the video next week, but I used that all over my lid and I'm not even lying, it blended out like a freaking dream. So let's do that. But then I don't know if it's risky, because lately, the last few videos, something's gone wrong. I feel like that's like the essence of my channel now, like watch me do makeup and potentially fuck it up. Anywho, so I'm using P. Louise Taking You to the Dark Side, which is their black base, and I've picked this up on a detailed shader brush from Zoeva. Here goes nothing. So I almost want to create a smoky liner, so I'm just going to sit this roughly where my lash roots are and then tap out the edges. Okay, I actually feel like that worked quite well. Has got a little tiny bit of an edge, but we're going to blend that out. So now I'm going to keep that brush in my hand, but pick up a little bit of carbon from MAC and just tap it over the edge. One, to set the base, but also let's try and help it blend out a little bit and get rid of that edge. With this brush that we used before from MAC and the shade Cabin Fever, I just want to go over what we've done, make it nice and seamless. Really happy with that. Even happier that it actually paid off for once. Don't know why, but as soon as I get in front of the camera, I'm like, let's experiment. For lashes today, I've chosen Tatti lashes in TL4, and I've just loaded these up with loads of duo lash glue. I'm going to let these get real nice and tacky before I apply them. Fuming. I actually wipe the tweezer off, all the glue. I always wipe it off before I apply the lash, and it still gets stuck. Come on, don't stick, don't stick. I always use either TL4s or TL3 or Mitchell's or the 9, but they've got so many other lashes, I'm just scared to buy them in case I don't like them. So if you have got any recommendations that you want me to try or that you love, please let me know so I can branch out a little bit. For concealer today, I'm going to use something really nice and affordable. It's the Instant Age Eraser by Maybelline in the shade Nude. Right, finally. And then blend that out with a Real Technique sponge. Shitload of Opie's hair apparently. So just like on top, I want under my eye to be real nice, dark and smoky. So I'm going to take the graphic eyeliner from Zoeva in the shade Black Box and begin to run this on my lower lash line, but also line my top lash line too. Right, don't wait for that to get any drier, just take the pencil brush, and I find if you go in straight away while it's still nice and wet, it'll blend out real nice. I want to smoke out that black shade with the eyeshadow brush, the E55 from Sigma and the shade Red Brick, and get really close to that black to make it nice and smoky. Don't forget to join the top from the bottom. These brushes from Sigma are so good because they're so tiny and precise. You can really get in there. I'm going to keep that same brush in my hand but pick up some Early Bird, that nice yellow shade, and smoke out that orange even more. Okay, we could just leave it there, put on a little bit of mascara, even an inner corner highlight, and be done. But I want to jazz it up a little bit more because I can't help myself and I'm basically a magpie, I like anything shiny. So I'm going to use some glitter. This one's by Certifeye and I believe it's in the shade Rose Gold, but don't quote me because it might not be. I'm actually going to go back, check what it is, and then I'll write in the description bar below. I'm going to use the NYX Glitter Primer and apply this under my eye and then use a nice precise brush to adhere the glitter. So I really want to make this inner corner pop because at the minute I feel like it looks a bit bare and boring. So I'm going to use some more NYX primer, and I'm also going to pack on some pigment. This one's from Barry M and it's just the number, it's number 27, and stick that straight over the primer. I'm going to finish off the eye by giving it a good coat of mascara, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I absolutely love it. I love a dark smoky eye, but then I also feel like this glitter underneath really brightens it up and also makes it nice and girly. If you guys recreate this, then please tag me. I'd love to see it. But until next time, see you soon.